Hello and welcome back to Solent Sports News. In rugby union, Australia have suffered an injury blow. Flanker David Pocock has been ruled out of Saturday's Autumn International against England with a neck injury. The 30-year-old failed a late fitness test on Friday. Australian coach Michael Cheika is shocked that England boss Eddie Jones has not been given a contract extension. Jones has delivered a Grand Slam Six Nations title and a world record equalling run of 17 successive Test victories. His contract is set to expire in 2021, subject to a break clause dependent on performances at Japan 2019 World Cup. On to cricket now. An England batsman has made a big impact on his return to the Test side against Sri Lanka. Our reporter Sean Wilson has more.
Yeah, England closed day one of the third test against Sri Lanka on 312 for 7, thanks to a brilliant 110 from Johnny Bairstow. He was ably supported well by Ben Stokes, who made 57, and Joe Root, who made 46. England slightly collapsed in the evening, however, losing 4 for 59 after being well placed on 235 for 3. Bairstow said he was relieved to come back into the side and make a big 100.
I think there were two pretty clinical performances from them and us, so it should.
You look at the challenges that have been put in front of me as a cricketer over a period of time, and there's been quite a few, and I'd like to hope that I've come through most challenges along the way, and I'm desperately proud. This couple of weeks has been tough. It's been real tough.
As you heard, England's women have enjoyed more success in a major tournament. They have reached the final of the World 2020 tournament after beating India by 8 wickets at Antigua. After restricting India to 112, England reached their target with just under 3 overs to spare, thanks to a partnership of 92 between Amy Jones and Nick Siver.
I think there were two pretty clinical performances from them and us, so it should be a good final and obviously something that we need to prepare for.
In boxing, a former world champion has announced his retirement. Tony Bellew has announced through social media that his career has boxed its final round. The 35-year-old has announced this following his 8th round knockout defeat against Alexandra Usyk.
Today I am announcing that I am officially retired. There will be no more fighting from me. The only things you will see me doing from here on in is trying to act sensible and behave myself.
In Formula 1, Max Verstappen has impressed in Abu Dhabi. He finished first in practice ahead of the final race of the season on Sunday. Meanwhile, Robert Kubica is to drive for Williams next season. It will be a remarkable comeback for the 33-year-old who was nearly killed in a horrific accident 8 years ago. On to football now. Will the Tinkerman perform another miracle? Claudio Ranieri will take charge of Premier League struggling side Fulham as they face Southampton this Saturday. The Italian is famous for making miracles for Leicester City, but can he become the saviour of the South West London? Southampton manager Mark Hughes feels confident they can turn this season around.
It's not about ripping things up and throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We're not at that point. The club is sound. A lot of good work's been done here over a good period, which will enable this club to prosper. We just need to get over this bump in the road and we'll be fine.
Would you be able to stand up for 90 minutes? Laws to permit safe standing at Premier League fixtures could be changed for the 2020-2021 season. The government have appointed CTE Research to investigate the evidence gathered to allow safe standing in the top 2 divisions. Non-seated stands were allowed after Hillsborough disaster in 1989, but the FA, Premier League and the EFL have reached an agreement if local authorities permit a new law. A former Southampton winger has committed his future to Liverpool. Sadio Mane has signed a new long-term contract at Anfield and will earn £150,000 a week. In another contract story, key man N'Golo Kante has signed a new deal at Chelsea, keeping him at the club until 2023. Former Republic of Ireland captain Andy Townsend believes change is needed at the top of the FAI for the next national team manager to be a success. Ex-Republic boss Mick McCarthy remains the favourite to succeed Martin O'Neill. But Townsend thinks it might be better for him and the team if Chief Executive John Delaney stepped down.
There's no suggestion right now that John Delaney is going to want to turn around and pass the baton to somebody else, but he should. He should. But he's done. He's had his run at it, and he should be prepared now, for the sake of Irish football, to let somebody else go and implement some dynamism into it, a fresh approach.
In Hampshire, AFC Tottenham's new signing is out through injury. Liam Crook has been sidelined for Tottenham's next fixture against Bristol Manor Farm after the 29-year-old suffered a cruciate ligament knee injury in training. The midfielder could miss the rest of the season for the Stags, as Louis Langdon prepares for life without his summer signing. However, it is not all doom and gloom for the Stags, as club captain James Masterton will be returning to the starting 11 following a dislocated shoulder. On to the NFL. Overseas now, as Dallas Cowboys had a special Thanksgiving celebration. The Cowboys extended their win streak to 3 after defeating the Washington Redskins in a comfortable 31-23 win. This victory allows Dallas to take the lead over Washington in the NFC East, with them sadly having to be thankful for. That's all we've got time for now. Come back in an hour.